then there is the period of Pune 1, then it went all through until Osho left his body. How was this experience for both of you?
After Osho left his body, I felt as if there was nothing left in my life. Everything became meaningless and empty. Living ahead is pointless. I went through a deep shock 3 days after. As I was walking in the garden, just very sad. Suddenly I saw Swami Amrito, Osho's personal physician. I started crying when I met him. I saw Swami Amrito, Osho's personal physician. He just spread his both hands and said, "Look, Osho is here. And can't you feel in this atmosphere, in this air, in this sky, in these plants?" And something clicked. And I felt a deep sense of Osho's divine presence. Then I felt that I am surrounded with him constantly. And again, the zeal of living returned back. In those days, I was working in Hindi publication department. There cannot be any possibility to be another opportunity to understand Osho's presence and his vision by his books, because I was doing the proofreading at least for 8 hours a day. And it was immense. It was tremendous opportunity. In this way, the association was continued, and I was just living in his presence, sharing his visions, and this was my all life.
I would like to tell you a mysterious story, something esoteric. In Pune 2 days, I used to work as a doctor in central part of India in a hospital, and Priya used to be a music teacher there in the school. We were present on 10th April at Pune when Osho gave his last discourse. Then we returned back to our job to the central India place. Priya started having some visions, some dreams that Osho is leaving us. He is going away. It was symbolic, as if we were just standing there and his car passes by and he is gone. He is no more there. And we were feeling very sad and frustrated. This dream was repeating again and again. And then there was a young student. His name was Banke Bihari. He was also an Osho lover. He was studying engineering at Chennai. At that time, Chennai used to be called Madras. He came one day crying and weeping, and he said he has seen a vision that Osho has left his body, and his body is kept in the Buddha hall in ashram, and all the sannyasins are wearing white clothes and celebrating, and great light is emerging from Osho and spreading all over the existence. And then he saw this vision that Osho's body is being burned at the cremation ghat near the river at Koregaon Park. So he saw everything in details. listening to him and remembering Priya's vision, we decided that we should drop the job and go to the ashram and started living with Osho. We inquired, we wrote a letter to the secretary, Ma Yog Neelam there. First, she said, Osho is fine, there is nothing to worry. Then finally, I asked her, please ask Osho. If he says that we should come there, we would prefer to come. We got the message, okay, drop that job, give the resignation and come here. So it takes few months' time to resign. So after 3 months, we reached to Pune again. This was the beginning of August 89. I got work in the publication department, and I was shocked to see that Osho were giving subtitles to the books which are getting reprinted. In every book subtitle, it was mentioned that he is going to leave us soon. Very clear words. So in year 1989, whatever is published after March, so the last 10 months, about 10 books were published in Hindi, and in each book, Osho gave a subtitle with clear indication that I'm going to leave. Nobody could see this. I could see because of Priya's vision and Banke Bihari, who became later on Swami Prem Anveshi, due to his vision. I could see that Osho is giving clear indication he's going to leave. And at that time, sannyasins were told to wear normal color clothes. The orange clothes and mala were dropped long time ago. You must be knowing all that. Swami Prem Anveshi told about everybody wearing white clothes. It was unbelievable at that time that we will be wearing white clothes. It was unimaginable. But at the end of August 89, the message came that Osho has said everybody to wear white robes in the evening. That was a great shock to me and Priya. The same thing has been seen by Prem Anveshi. Now it is very clear that Osho is going to leave us. And after that, the message was given by Amrito or Anando. Many times the same message was given that Osho is saying somebody is chanting a mantra in a very subtle voice, very low volume, and that mantra is hurting on my hara center. And if that person keeps on chanting the mantra, I have to leave my body. Because the hara is the center of my life, and that mantra sound is hurting on my hara. So find out that person and request him to leave the Buddha hall. Now this was a really serious message. I became very tense, tried to hear, but I could not hear anything. And not only me, everybody was doing the same. Everybody was trying to listen. What sound, what mantra, who is chanting? And the guards were alert all the time. And sometimes the message came that Osho is saying that, listen from the right side. The sound is coming from the right side. Sometimes the audience was changed from left to right and right to left just before Osho came. So we can figure out who is chanting the mantra. Sometimes the video of the audience was made to show it to Osho later on, so he can figure out who is chanting the mantra, but without any result. It was very depressive phase in my life. I was feeling frustrated that I cannot do anything at all. And Osho is going to leave body. and nobody could do anything. So somehow I was prepared for this event. Priya was also prepared that Osho is going to leave. So it was a frustration on our own self that we are not able to hear the sound. We could not catch that person who is making the mantra. So this was a deep frustration. The heart was deeply hurt. I have written this whole story and it is available on sannyas.wiki website. You can read it. Hindi subtitles, a story. So I have given the translation of all the subtitles also. So those 10 subtitles are very, very clear. And at that time, I didn't want to share this with anybody. I knew it. She knew it, that this is going to happen. So it was tension, shock, stress, and frustration that Osho is giving message, find out that person who is chanting the mantra and we are unable to do it. I made a press release on 20th January 1990, narrating all this story, the 10 subtitles. It was published in Osho Times magazine also. I was being a sub-editor of that magazine at that time. So all this is being translated and already available on sannyas.wiki website, so you can read from there. So this is what happened after Osho left his body.
Well, I was in Pune from April 88 until April 90. So I've seen part of what you were saying in Buddha Hall with this mantra thing.
Yeah.
And